As you can see, everything is either from seed, cutting, or donations. There's a casualty corner element to it where I've brought up dying plants from various garden centres. So much so my husband calls the car on days I visit garden centres the ambulance, as I've rescued or resuscitated various plants. The roses were here, but they were massive, absolutely massive, to the point where I couldn't even prune them without getting on a ladder, so they've been cut back. And also I widened the border significantly because the nettles grew right out into the lawn, and I also wanted to grow vegetables, so we've got the runner bean supports in here, which at the minute I don't sit down because every time I do we get another crop of runner beans. So that's my main job at the moment, picking and processing and freezing. This is a couple of casualties. The beautiful blue thistles, which I got for £1 each, and they look dead for a long time, but obviously aren't, and seem very happy in that particular position, right next to the septic tank. So thank goodness this isn't smelly vision, because it's quite pungent at times. The chicory's been a good doer, but it looks like it's going over now. And it's struggled with the hot winds we've had. It tends to close all the flowers midday, and as you can see, they're pretty much done. The other problems I've had are with a lot of plants being undermined by moles. So initially, once planted, I watered to keep them going until they were established, and then because I'd watered, the mole came in and basically pushed them up like they were on an elevator. So a lot of stomping around the border, pushing everything down again. And as I say, I haven't been watering, mainly because of the water scarcity here at the moment after this horrendous summer. This is a Stipa lessingiana, which I've grown from seed and was very interesting to rabbits at the beginning, to the point where they were all caged, but now for some reason they seem to have gone off it, and it's actually got to the point where it can do its lovely feathery wafting bit. That I've just seen is a massive great big thistle, so that's going to have to come out. So I'll come back and pull that out. More beans. Lilac squirrels nearly over, but has been lovely. The rudbeckias I'm particularly thrilled with because they're all from seed and they've come up and they just add a pop of colour now that the poppies have gone over. I don't think I'm going to be growing the sweet peas with the runner beans again next year. I think I'll give them a space all on their own because they just cause chaos, and as you can see, they're starting to get a bit of mildew on them, which doesn't look great. Another good doer is the leucanthemums. Again, they're just going over because I haven't watered, but they've just been like dinner plate size flowers. There's a couple over here you can see, which look good. And then you've got the large rudbeckia at the back, again grown from seed last year, so this is the first year of flowering. Looks great. There's an awful lot of hollyhocks there in the back, but only one has flowered, so I wonder if I got the pots mixed up and I've got one that's slightly more advanced than the others. A lot of them are fig-leafed hollyhocks, which are supposed to not get the hollyhock rust quite so much. And again, here's some more of these lovely rudbeckias. I think that one's called cherry brandy or something, but there's some rusty coloured ones at the back which have just added some nice warmth. And the two lobelias cardinalis that I managed to get to grow from seed, they don't really like it, I don't think. I think it's a bit too dry, but that's probably their death throes of flowering. Again, some more of the rudbeckias from the same cherry brandy batch, but they're definitely a different colour. And this glorious Guara, which is like floating, flittering butterflies and has flowered non-stop. Here's some eupatorium with some verbena hastata in front of them, and that's pure chance that they look quite nice together. And then this magnificent evening primrose, which has not stopped flowering. And I have to say, I absolutely love the fact that when the flowers go over, they almost look like they were purposely planted together with the bistort, just because of the colour combination. I'm not sure I like the bright yellow, but I do like it when they start to fade and go over. And again, some of the roses that were here when we moved in, by hacking them back quite hard, they seem to have quite liked it. Maybe cruel to be kind. And here's one of my favourites, which my husband doesn't like, but it's a curry plant and it smells like curry. This is a achillea tarmica called the Pearl, which has been brilliant, but I've just hacked that back. And there's some more lessingiana and a lovely, magnificent, whoops, sorry about that, giant oak grass, Stipa gigantea, which has just been brilliant. I'm trying to get that to grow from seed. I didn't have any success at all.